Good morning, everybody. Today is day 214. It is September 6, 2023. It is 9:35 a.m. in the morning. You guys, I have a headache. I took an Excedrin, and hopefully it will continue to help. My headache is still kind of there. My fault, but I will get past it. Okay, so today is going to be a double day. As you guys know, I am still walking for November, right? Trying to knock these days out. I believe that I have 4 days in, and I can either stop at 10, or like I said, I can prepare for, just in case, and go ahead and do, my math is going to be off today, you guys, so I'm going to attempt to do this right. I'm going to say, or I can do another, I think it's 13 days, right, after today. Okay, so like I said, whatever days I don't use for November, then I can just have them. Looks like I actually would have been walking every day. Remember, I thought about starting a challenge within my challenge to walk every day, twice a day for the next 30 days. And if it weren't for those couple of days that I had to take care of a couple things, then I actually would have done it. So I want to say I got as close as possible. Like I said, I knew that it was needed anyway. I mean, eventually it's going to come up, right? I'd rather be ahead than behind. If I don't use that other week, then great. If I need another 2 weeks, at least I'll only need a week, right? So either way can be used. Oh, you know what? I thought I was inclined all the way, and now I am. Okay, so apparently yesterday my husband reset the treadmill. I didn't know he did that. The reset button, so far as I knew, didn't work. Like when you push it, nothing happens. But maybe there's some type of sequence or something you're supposed to do. Not quite sure how he did it. Like I said, I can't find the manual. I only took a picture of the error page, and so I don't know if he looked it up and if something came up. Usually you search this treadmill, and the only thing that comes up is the treadmill itself. And so I know I tried to look up that manual before I remembered that I had a picture of the error page, and I didn't find anything. So yeah, hopefully the reset worked. Because like I said, when I walked yesterday twice, I didn't even know he did it. So I'm just up here thinking, treadmill, behave, please. I'm going to tell you guys, if this headache doesn't continue to go away, this may not be a double day. I'm not going to even lie to you guys. I have so much laundry to do. It's kind of stacked back up. Like I said, I turned my attention towards the house, and the laundry got neglected. So there's always something to do, right? We're up to speed 1.5. We're at 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Gotta get it up here. Let's see. Okay, we're at 3 minutes, and we are at 2.2. And you guys, I'm wearing some workout pants that I probably should have waited to wear like another month or so, because obviously it's hot right now. And so I have no clue why I have on pants I would consider sweatpants. I'm going to probably regret that by the end of this video. I do have my remote right here, and so hopefully my fan keeps going for these next 2 videos, or else I'll just bring out, like I said, the other power source to power it, because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. I don't know, like I had workout pants that were thinner than this, and I just decided yesterday I would wear these from, like I said, some awkward reason. Like I said, before the end of this video, I'm pretty sure I'm going to wish I hadn't done that. I may even change them for the second video. Okay, so I weighed in this morning. You know how like sometimes you just have a feeling like I feel lighter, I feel slimmer. You're like, you're losing weight, you're slimming down, but I have those days where I can just tell my weight has dropped some. And so I'm not going to get too excited, because I don't know if it's going to go up due to what do you call that, muscle weight or what, but I weighed in at 160.7. And so, yesterday I also said, sure would be nice if I could drop like another 5 pounds. So that's not a 5-pound drop, but just to see a 0 behind the 6, I was excited. And so I wrote it down in my notebook. I didn't bring my notebook out here because today I'm just gonna kind of wing it for both videos. So yeah, I am happy about that. I am hoping that the next time I weigh myself, I'm below 160. But at least, if nothing else for today, I got down to that, right? 0.7, also take a win on that. Okay, so I did 3 videos yesterday. I did video 1 and video 2 for the treadmill walk, and then I did my nail video that I told you guys I was going to do. Things didn't go as planned. Okay, so everything started off fine, and I did the review of the nail drill. Like I said, my nail drill does not have like a name, a manufacturer, The seller is Hime, or I don't know how you say that, but the model number is almost the same as the Yokefellow nail drill. And I mean, they're identical. So I have no clue, like I said yesterday in my nail video, what's going on with that. I don't know if they had a not branded one, then they finally, got big. I don't know if they were just like, oh, we'll be generic, and then they came up with the company name. I don't even know if it's the same company, but if not, like I said, identical nail drills, at least by picture. By the way they work, I don't know. I haven't ordered from AliExpress in a while, and so I didn't want to have to deal with the fact of what if the nail drill didn't work. And so I said, you know what? It's the same exact one on Amazon. It just says nail drill machine -901. And at least, like I said, there's 2 reviews and 2 short videos. You guys know usually I like for there to be more Amazon reviews and to be able to find the drill somewhere on YouTube. And I didn't find it. But like I said, since on AliExpress, since I found the YK-901, right? I went to YouTube, didn't find it under Yokefellow or anything like that. So what I did was just look up Yokefellow products, other drills, to see what other people said about it on YouTube. And like I said, the deciding factor between that and the Luxe, it was cheaper. It has 5,000 RPMs more. And at the time, like I said yesterday, I don't know if the price was lower and I still only got 10% off, or if the price was the same and my coupon was more. When I say my coupon, I just mean the one that I saw that was available to everyone on Amazon that saw the drill that day versus the coupon that's being offered now. And like I said, I still have no clue who offers the coupons on Amazon. Is it the seller or is it Amazon? So that would be something good to find out. I know I have some other stuff I said that maybe I'll research and talk to you guys about today, and I didn't do that. So what I'll probably do is, well, I have to go to my book now because I already took those videos from yesterday off my phone, but maybe watch a little bit of video 2 and see, what did I say I was going to research? Because I forgot. I didn't make notes. Like I said I would. I thought I would remember. And no. So yeah, I am pretty happy with it so far. But that would be interesting to know. Just curious. I mean, either way, it's a coupon. It's great. The biggest coupon I've seen, or the biggest well, yeah, it's a coupon. The most I've seen offer products on Amazon recently, it had $50 off And it was either a drill or it was a dust collector. So I thought, wow, I've never seen $50 offered off on an item on Amazon before. So yeah, that was kind of neat. But so yesterday, I got through the dust collector and the drill bits in my cart and the drill. It was gonna be time for me to go ahead, pause, take everything else off, do a feel for both. I actually was going to paint one hand, like get my right hand out of the way for being painted. And then I was going to come back and paint the left hand with the two nail polishes I want to try. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to keep them. And I think obviously it would be because I would be past the expiration date of return. I don't know how you say, I wasn't trying to do that. That wasn't my intention. There we go, the word, I couldn't think of it. Like I said, this headache. But that might end up happening because, like I said, I thought I had one nail, which, I don't know if it would that be irony? Can't think of the word, something along those lines of it all. That nail is almost better to where I can go ahead and just put a nail back on it, right? And there's 3 others that aren't. So, excuse me, that's just great. I was thinking, you're fine. You don't need the water. I'm thinking, no, drink some. I had a doctor tell me that once you get a migraine, that, a lot of people say, oh, drink a lot of water. Well, I was thinking, no. Like I said, I always point out the saying that too much of anything is bad for you, right? And so the doctor was like, many people in general can't handle that much intake of water once you have a migraine. And so he told me to only drink a cup of water an hour. And I know that this bottle is obviously more than a cup. So I know I usually sip. Now I'm really gonna sip because I definitely don't want it to get worse. I need it to get better. Okay, but yeah. So I got to getting ready to do that part. As I was taking off the rest of the polish, the top coat, things like that, that's when I discovered I could see it through the powder, because the powder's clear, right? And I was like, oh no. And let me tell you, I need to learn how to soak them off. My goodness. I don't know. And I thought, well, you know about the cotton ball thing, right? You take a cotton ball, you probably have to get the regular size. The jumbo ones are harder to pull apart. You pour the acetone on your finger. You put a piece of cotton that you ripped off the cotton ball on your finger and you wrap it in foil. That usually makes it easier to take off the everything really, the top coat, the gel polish, and the acrylic powder. So I thought, I have all those things. I'd have to fight my jumbo cotton balls, but if I can pull off a good size piece for each finger, then I should have done that. No, I did it the hard way. So aside from my nails needing to be treated, the other 3, and I'm going to just go ahead and treat the one that was being better anyway. I put myself in a lot of pain. Yeah, ouch. And then I don't know if it was a nail video or a walk, maybe the walk. Within this past week, I think I told you guys about how I stopped getting my nails done for 7 months. This is back in like my mid or like late 20s. And it was 7 months of beep, right? Okay, so if you've ever stopped for a long period of time, for one, and if you don't experience this, great. But for everyone else that can relate, it's just like when you get your nails done for the very first time. You burn around the whole nail bed. Yeah. And no one tells you that when you get in the shower, that's going to happen, right? Even before soap hits your fingers. Okay, so it burned like that. It didn't matter if I was washing my hands. It didn't matter if it was just regular water. My nails split. When they grew, they could have been forward. I mean, almost completely like over my nail, or I should say over my finger. You could have been them backwards. That hurt even worse. Like I said, it was split like right down the middle. And so I had to keep them cut short. It hurt to cut them. It was bad. And then since I hadn't continued to paint nails and toes and stuff like that throughout the years, when I painted it, it looked like a toddler did it or something like that. And so for 7 months, due to what I call a budget cut, I did not get my nails done. And when I went back, I have not stopped since then. I would have to say, by the time I'm able to put nails on these 4 fingers, or at least 3 of the 4, the 4th one, like I said, I could probably do it today, but I won't. That will be the longest I have not had a nail on my hand in a while, except for when everything shut down. Other than that, I've always had something on them. So, yeah, and I don't know. Like I said, it's a combination of things. One, if you don't feel it correctly, or maybe even if you do, I don't know what really causes it to have just enough of a space. I don't think you need a lot. Water gets in between your acrylic and your nail, and you might have an issue. And so you really don't want that, and you have to go buy special stuff. So between that and that's what I forgot to research. Maybe I'll have time before I come back with video 2. If this isn't correct, I had multiple nail shops tell me this, and then, like I said, this is wrong, and I was misinformed by more than one nail shop years ago, over a decade ago. So I don't know if this will have or had anything to do with it, because I can look at my thumbnail and I can kind of tell the difference between the clear powder I'm using and the powder they use for my full set. The full set has not grown out all the way. And what I was told years and years and years ago, like I said, if I'm wrong, this is information I was given, that if the powder is yellow, like, well, not if it's yellow, if it turns yellow or cloudy, then it's porcelain. It's not acrylic. And so some nail shops use porcelain to save money. You think that you're getting acrylic powder, and you're not. So far as safe factor, I don't know if that's also an issue with using porcelain versus acrylic, but I can tell you that they say acrylic is better. And then I'm learning, I guess, gel nails or gel little putty that comes in different colors, right? Looks like you got your nails painted. It's really pretty. I recently saw it like last month on someone's hands. I guess it's better than that. So I don't know. I have to do some research on that. If I'm wrong, I haven't even researched it. But yeah, so I'm looking at my thumb and I'm like, I can tell the difference between the powder I put on, even if I mess up on the fill, because I've done what, now this will be the 4th one, I think. I can still tell the difference between the powder I'm using and the powder they use. So I don't know if it plays a part. I don't know if it helps kind of speed up that process of the issue you have with the water going in between your nail and the acrylic. And I could be wrong, but either this is bad acrylic powder from that shop, or it's porcelain, which like I said, depending on if that was correct, it's said to be worse than acrylic powder. And the crazy thing about it is it looks the same. You can't really tell the difference. And now, if you're a nail tech, you're probably going to say, actually, yes, you can. I don't know if one's a finer grain than the other. Just thought about that. That might be a way, right? But I don't know. So it may not have had anything to do with it. Plus, it wasn't like that on those nails. So yeah, 4 nails to repair, and I had to end the video. The video would have been way shorter than, well, I don't say way. I'll say in between the length for my nail videos, and I was all proud of myself and all happy. And then I planned on seeing last night if the polishes glowed, because I was going to use the regular and the sugar polish and just test them at the same time, right? Just paint my nails different color. I don't even think, or I should say colors, right? I don't even think that I was going to do any type of design, have them painted a certain way. I wanted to do like a half and half with the sugar, 2 different colors, and then the other one would be like a solid color. The brand name was Rosalind, I do remember that, for the regular glow in the darks. And You Are Sugar, they spell it with a U and an R, is the other company. And so I was gonna have 2 different companies, 2 different polishes. I think they're all gel, just to see if they're really thick, like some gel polishes. Do they have, that'd be the consistency, right? I think, or thickness. Same thing, I believe, when you're talking about nail polish, as the, or the way it goes on, as the regular nail polish, which, like I said, is easier for me to paint with, except not polish. I'm noticing, for some reason, it's easier for me to paint with gel polish with not polish, the company, instead of their regular nail polish. So I don't know why. Their gel polish is slightly thicker, but maybe because that's what I put on my nails, and I don't do my toes as often as I do my nails. So yeah, but that's what I'm fighting up against. So that's why you see no color, no design, no charms. At least they would have been painted, and now you're seeing part of my fingers and even have nails on them. So yeah, I hope this is a minor setback, and I'm calculating, like this week I would do a fill every 2 weeks, and so I'm hoping that I don't have to wait till 2 weeks to be able to put some stuff back on, because then I'll need another fill. And so I kind of feel like maybe I should have took it all off, right? Even though I can tell from looking through the powder that the ones that still have powder on them are okay. So yeah, I'm kind of wishing I didn't even do the fill. And as much as I wanted to do the nail video yesterday, I guess I still could have done it, because I still have to take the top coat and the polish off. So yeah, and maybe I could have shown more of the skill of the drill, or the drill bits, right? Because the drill bits are from a different company. Right, like I said, the drill is not a McCart drill. So there was one. You do have to be careful with it. And I want to say, if it's not a Typhoon Course drill bit like the one from Kara Sky that I returned, then I think it does the same thing. You have to be really careful. I can see how it can remove a lot. And that one, you could be going to speed 4 and it gets hot. So someone listening might tell me, no, I don't think that was supposed to happen. I don't know. Maybe that's not one of the interchangeable drill bits just because it fits. Or maybe it's only meant to use it at like 1,000 RPMs, no more than 2,000. So yeah, but I did test it. I don't know if I got it on film. I don't think so. Because I was trying to get the other ones off, because I could see my regular nails really needed tending to. So I thought about it. I watch bits and pieces of the nail video, and I think it still went okay. Like I said, those were the 3 main things that I wanted to review anyway. So yeah, I was happy, and I was happy with the video quality. I was happy that you guys got to see how well the dust collector worked. The only thing I didn't record was when I cleaned out the filter. I cleaned it out twice. And the first time, there was a lot. I mean, on video it doesn't look like it, especially when I took the filter out and I showed it to you guys. But let me tell you, if you've never used a dust collector at all, like you don't even have one built in on your table, whether you're a nail tech or not, you just have a nail table that you do nails on, it really does collect a lot. I don't think it should be priced as high as it is, but it is a good quality. So I won't say it's not worth the price that they charge. I think it's like $175 before they're 10% off. But I don't know. I don't know how much it costs for them to make it, and you got to take that into consideration, right? They have to make a profit. The whole engineering behind it and getting it just right, making such a simple design but such an effective product. And then on their website, I can't remember how much you have to spend to have free shipping. I don't even know if I had free shipping. I may not have. But there's a lot that goes into creating a product. And sometimes it wasn't like, oh, it cost them $1 to make it and they're charging $50. This might actually have been something that cost them a little bit more to make. You have to take into consideration the fan, the vent holes, the whole design, the whole structure, the size. It's not small. I did not measure it. I forgot to do that. Well, actually, I didn't even think I thought about doing it, but maybe in the next nail video I will. But I would have to say it's no less than 10 inches, at least in width. So far as what's rectangular, so it's kind of odd. Which way would you turn it to consider the width? I just thought about that. And the height. So I'm gonna say maybe the longest way out is the width, and then the size is the height. If it were vertical, it'd be obvious, but it's rectangular and it's horizontal. It's not a vertical standing item, so yeah. I give it, I say, somewhere in between there and 12 inches in width. So it's a pretty good size. And to be honest with you, even though I like my armrest, I said I wasn't going to return it. If it's still within the return period, I'm gonna look and see how much it was. And if it was more like $12, maybe I will return it, because with the dust collector, you have so many different places you can rest your own hand and rest the hand that you're using the drill with, that you kind of don't need an armrest. It was like the solution to it. And I did listen to it with my volume up. I think while the nail video was still uploading, and so it really wasn't as loud as it sounded in person. And I thought, okay, that's good, because being able to have the dust collector and the drill on at the same time to record, pretty cool. So, yeah, when they had the launch of it, and it was like $100, I really wish that's when I saw it. Even if I didn't get the 10%, I mean, that's $70 less. And I can't remember how much the 10% off, I think, brings it down to like $155, I think, something like that. But still, $100 is still $55 less. But at least I got the quality. What everyone said about it was correct, including the people that made it. So I don't know if they own the company together, but you'll see some of the Young Know videos, and there's one or two people that are consistently in those videos. So I would have to say that they're a part of the Young Know's team. Pretty funny videos too. They're not just informational, and so I like watching them. They have a lot of different experts on a lot of different things. Like I said, one of the other videos was how to, let's see, what was it? It wasn't how to use the drill, but it explains some stuff, I can't remember. But just in that short period of time, it was a lot. And I was like, oh wow, the way it was explained was just so simple. You know, but when I say a lot, I don't mean it was a lot of information. It gave you the idea of how to get a lot of skill. Very, like I said, very simply. So, not the quantity, like I said, of information, but the quality of it is what I mean when I say it was a lot. So yeah, like I said, everyone that's professional, then please keep making videos. I know they're time consuming, trust me, but it really is helpful. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are taking out the time to make those videos. And whether it's a nail tech or a whole like nail product company, I am subscribed, so you guys keep the videos coming and I'll keep watching. I'm trying to learn. I always say it doesn't matter how much I complain about something, I still try. I don't just give up right away. Sometimes it leads into me doing something bigger with whatever I started with. Sometimes I just learned what I wanted to learn and that was it. So we're at 31 minutes and 15 seconds. But yes, I would have to say the video was a success until I got to what else I wanted to record. But it was nice. It was nice to only have a nail video be a little bit over an hour. Keep in mind, I show all the tools first and tell what they do and how they work, and then I show how to use them. Or, like I said, even if I'm not doing it correctly, I show how they work, basically. And then hope that I'm doing it correctly and I'm using, like I said, at least the right drill bit and stuff like that. A good drill. So, yeah. At least you guys get to see how they function. Or if they malfunction, and they've worked well so far. Granted, I know I've only used the drill one time. While we're on the subject of drills, so my other drill, the Just Show drill, good drill. It is. Removing stuff off, yeah, and I mean all the way off. The bits that you get with it, they're good enough. And then maybe if you had a different bit, like I said, maybe I could have saved the money and just got the drill bits first and then tried it. But like I said, I'm happy with what I have. But yeah, I dropped it. Dun dun dun, right? And the plus and minus button popped out. And I thought, this could be my backup drill. Oh no, I broke it. Or if I'm like really joking around, my word. And I don't know if I should, that'd be kind of odd to get that patent, but I always make the joke, I broke it. Yeah, so I didn't do that, but I had to try to snap the little buttons back in place. And before that, I didn't even know that they could come out. So I actually had to look at the picture on the box to put the plus and minus back on there. Oops. And yes, it does still work. So that's good. Because it should hold a charge fairly well now that I'm not using it. And it can be like my backup. Or if I don't get good at soaking, then yeah, it could be the backup for taking stuff off all the way for the least amount of pain as possible. Okay, so I do have a story. We're 34 minutes, 5 seconds. Might as well go ahead and tell it, just in case I talk about something different on video too. I don't think I'll have to do anything so far as finishing up video 1. Okay, so speaking of removing everything off and using acetone. So before we moved here, in the last place that we stayed in Bakersfield, I think I decided to take the stuff off. I don't know if I wanted another full set, but I just know I wanted off what was on there. And I think the whole purpose of me taking it all off is because they charge, right? Especially like, if you want them to soak it, they charge extra. And so I thought, I'm gonna soak it off. I'm gonna go there with no nails on. I'm gonna cut the price down. I mean, I already have the acetone, right? I just went to the store, got it. So I poured it in a bowl, and then they tell you, right? Sit there and watch like one of your favorite TV shows. Average TV show is about 30 minutes. Even better if it's about 45. Soak it. And then I know that you still have to cut, right, the tip off. Okay, so I had already done that. And I think you're supposed to have like a cuticle pusher or something to kind of scrape the part that kind of turns back into goo, right? And then you drill the rest of it off. Well, I didn't have a drill. So my thought process was, and I don't even think I had the cuticle pusher, right, doing this all wrong, was just to see if it got soft enough to take it off, because I believe you can also file it off by hand. Well, I soaked my fingers in that bowl, sat there, watched TV, kept checking on it, and I was like, okay, looks like maybe it's trying to do what it's supposed to do. And I thought, you don't have the drill. I was like, I have a hand file. I said, you don't have the cuticle pusher. And I was thinking, there's some little tool in the nail kit set that will probably work the same, right? So finally, it was time for me to take my fingers all the way out. And I tried to get that stuff off. What I ended up with was looking like I got into a fight with some glazed donuts. You guys, I had dried acetone all over my fingers, and I don't just mean the tips. By this time, if I were to tell you I had acetone on my palms of my hands, I would be telling you the truth. And so I was like, oh my gosh, it's stuck on there. I don't know how to get it off. Washing my hands did not work. I didn't even think to take a file, maybe with like a fine grit, and to do a little bit, just to see what it would take off, at least on like the side of the fingers. So I had to go into the nail shop. I believe I was at a specific one. I picked one that was more so on the side of town where we work, so we had moved. And so I had to walk into the nail shop like that. And I told him, I know, obviously, I held my hands, I did it wrong, right? And so, yeah, that was my first and only attempt to cut and soak everything off, and it did not go well. So, yes, here I go again, thinking it's easier. I don't want to say it's safer. I most certainly don't want to say it's better, but I saw this stuff on Amazon where it will take the gel polish off at the end of the top coat, but now I have a drill bit and a drill that can do that. So now it's what's the least painful way to take off everything, especially if I have to and don't have a choice, like yesterday. So yeah, but it was funny because it didn't matter what I did. I tried more acetone, bad idea. I don't even think I thought about nail polish remover. I tried washing my hands multiple times, and no. You would have thought that I just like grabbed my hand into a whole basket full of glazed donuts. And I thought, somehow, I think back to that, some way, it didn't come off of my steering wheel cover or anything. So, yeah, you would think if I collectively thought about those few times I've tried something with my nails, you would think I would not be doing this to myself, right? Like I said before, what have I done, right? I mean, I've pretty much taken myself completely out of the nail shops. I am planning to have a pedicure in the beginning of October. simply because, like I said, I hurt my toe, my big toe. I cut off too much on top of that of the nail. And I did yesterday, well, we were together, so we went to Walmart and we did buy the clip thingy. The one that looks like pliers, but it's toenail clippers. And it's so crazy because it matches my toenail clipper that I've had for a long time, and they even still sell the toenail clipper that I have. I actually want a bigger one, since I can't seem to find one where you use it to go over the nail to make it shorter, you know, to cut it down, like when you're doing a fill or a full set. I know that they clip from one side, clip from the other. Even if they're not removing everything, sometimes that works. So I thought, if I have a big enough clipper, maybe that'll work. And I have to take into consideration that my nail stuff arches, right? But I'm thinking, because the pain of getting this stuff off, it hurts. Even my little trick to do it from the cuticle, especially if it lifted from there, then yeah. But we're at 40 minutes, 47 seconds, 1.3 for distance, 140 calories. All right, good treadmill. I'm like, thank you for stopping. Okay, and if you saw that video, you know, on one of them, it didn't want to stop. And like I said, I think I mentioned it the day before, it wouldn't go faster than 1.5. I was just happy at that point that it inclined to 15. But yeah, I had to step off of it and I had to take the key off. So I'm gonna see, now that I know that he did a reset, how long is the reset going to last? How will the treadmill work? I always say, like, oh, okay, you know what, I think I'm good. No restroom break needed, nothing like that. My water, usually I go in and top it off. And then it's like my body knows, hey, there's a restroom in here. And so I ended up going. So I'm not gonna even say it. I'm not gonna take a refill for the water restroom break. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back and we'll get to video 2. I'm trying to think when let's see, yeah. There's something that I said I was gonna look for. I don't know how I forget that fast. And my headache is almost gone. So I'm just happy for that. But I will see you guys in a couple minutes. Okay.